Okay, I think that's it. I think that everything is working. Let me check on this. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. It's Friday, and yep, it's coming through. It's Friday. It's Friday. I've made it through the week. Friday is the busiest day for me. Friday is when my week starts. Ever since from the days when Minds Gaming introduced me to that AI assistant app that was called Friday, my week started on Friday. So Friday, my week starts. All right, let me do this properly. Let me check in from what I did yesterday. So firstly, yesterday I did the check-in here. I did all the admin. I checked in all the posts on, I think. I'm not very good at checking posts. I have to get better at doing all the posts. But I checked most of the posts on MintMe, I think. I claimed the bounty. I did a morning meditation. I went and did some writing, which was very interesting and quite difficult to do. And a real introspective time that I had, and very difficult and challenging at the moment to write things down. So that was really interesting, and I stopped doing that and I put what I'd written into the AI, and it responded to me. Instead of giving me a critique, it responded in a conversation. So I then asked it to take my piece of writing and its answer and mash it up into a conversation. And that was an interesting exercise. That was quite odd and challenging. And I went on refining it and doing different conversations and looking at things in different ways. And then when I was in the meeting in the afternoon with Otto, the Navakavado meeting, and we talked about the seventh seal and the progression of our project, then I mentioned to him this other work that I'd done on the writing, and then generating these poems, poetic writings as a result of what I'd written. And so we recorded it together. And then I spent the afternoon making that recording into a video, which was a very interesting process for me, because I used old images that we have used before for making Dude, Where's My Wallet? So yeah, mashing up. Oh yeah, really interesting. So I put that up on YouTube, and that was a really interesting and great exercise for me. So it wasn't really my writing. Well, it did. It all started from my writing. And then the version that I put up was only the very first version that the AI gave me. So there were lots of other exploration. Anyway, so lots and lots of talking. But it was, I've got a lot of stuff inside that I want to get out. And it's fascinating to me because of being at art school, and we did everything collaboratively. We got together in groups and we gave our feedback and we critiqued each other, and we decided where to move forward in groups of students, art students. So doing this with the AI is like continuing that practice. I don't have artists to work with, which I've been thinking about. Maybe it would be helpful to join a group of artists, but yeah, my artwork is not mainstream New Zealand happy place. In fact, when I was at university or at college doing the degree, one of the girls dropped out of the course. And part of it was me. Part of it was that she wasn't very well, but part of it was that I was just too spiky and out there for her. She just wanted to do something else. So yeah, it's interesting, and it's a big freedom for me to be able to do this exploring with the AI that I can't offend. Well, I don't know, maybe I can. I don't think I can offend it. All right, so that was a very interesting artistic experience. I did the admin that I needed to do, downloaded quite a few more poems. such a horrible job. I'm hating doing the job. And I'm so glad that I've got all the poetry and or writings and yeah. And the research. I think the research is the main thing. Sure. So this morning when I woke up, I managed to sleep a bit, thank goodness. Haven't been very awake this morning, but I did manage to sleep a bit last night, which was great. And there was an article from Satori D on the 3 faces of AI, which was so great and very technical, I think, and very, very much in terms of, that's on minds.com that he posted that. Very technical article, not very technical, leaning towards technical, and explaining the mechanics sort of AI selfhood, if you like. And so it was great. I thought about it and I spoke to the AI about it and generated an article and an image, and edited it and posted it. So this morning's already been busy. I've not managed to complete posting my narwhal post yet, and I am going to redo the poem. So I'm going to do that now. And put that up. Then if I've got time, I need to shoot over to MintMe and check if things are happening with MintMe. It's so nice today because it's raining. So I was going to tell you that I had to go and do bees, but whew, goodness, luckily it's raining. I do have to do the bees because when I checked on them yesterday, I checked on the bees yesterday. I went and checked on the bees yesterday, and I moved the ones that were in that hive where it's it's gone all moldy. I took out those 3 frames that weren't doing so well, and then I put the nice frames into a nuke box. So I've got a really small box sitting there. I think that it's much more suitable. They have about 4 frames of honey in there, so that's going to take them almost to the end of winter, I'm pretty sure. But if I need to feed them, it'll be fine. I can feed them in that little box, and I'll put them back into another box when spring comes. So I've got a couple more months to get them through, and we're going to bring them up here to the top, and we're going to stand them out the back here so I can check on them really regularly instead of leaving them down there where it's a bit wild and woolly and in the wind. Up here against the shed will be better for me. Okay, so I don't have to do that today, but that's feedback that I missed out from yesterday. I did transfer the bees to a new box. Don't have to do that today. And it's quite a big job at the moment because we're going to have to put out a platform and we want to raise them up off the ground to stop this problem we've got with the mold. All right, so now that I'm telling you what I'm not going to do bees today. What I am going to do today is that we've got the quantum gathering meeting at midday, my midday, America's evening. And I don't know if we're going to be doing a Dude, Where's My Wallet? I really, really hope that we do a Dude, Where's My Wallet? But we may not. We'll see how that goes. But there will be a quantum gathering, and there will be a video that I put up before midnight tonight. So that's my entire afternoon taken up with the meeting and then the editing of that. Yeah, that's a big day. And then if we have a Dude, Where's My Wallet? It will be tomorrow that I'll spend the whole day editing that, which will be great. And then on Monday, it's my Monday. It's my Monday? It's the release of Within the Vacuum's my Tuesday. The release of Within the Vacuum's latest EP. And there's going to be a watch party. So that's very exciting. I've never been to a watch party before. It's not a watch party, it's a listen party. Don't think I've been to a watch party before either. Although that's not completely true because I have watched a video with somebody online. So that might be a watch party. But not really a party. Okay, so, gosh, I'm tired and rambly. Let me finish off. What I've really been learning this week doing this and being accountable like this is that I have to be in control of every single situation. I've dealt with aggression in my life for so long by being like sort of super passive and super like try not to say anything that offends anything. You know, that don't rock the boat, don't say anything. And I'm realizing how that passivity served me in a time where I was I was confronted with a lot of aggression, but it's no longer serving me. And what I have to do is be assertive and in control. And it's very tiring. And today happens to be 5 Cat on the Mayan calendar, Toltec calendar, which is about letting go and allowing the fire to burn down to embers and to allow a new sprout to grow from the ashes, from the nutrients of the old ashes. So it's a good letting go day today. So I'm going to keep my mind together, do the best that I can, produce a podcast, and hopefully that'll be great. It's always great. Friday and Saturdays are great days of working to a deadline. And so much more to say, so many other things to say, but I've had my time, more than my time. I still wanted this to be 5 minutes. It's still twice as long as I want it to be. And yet I'm not worried, I understand that this is significantly better than I used to do. It used to take me an hour to say things that would take another person 5 minutes to say. So now I'm down to 10 minutes. That's an improvement. Focusing and honing in on the tasks and being responsible and accountable. Okay, and I've got to go do that. So I'm off. I'm going to go and have another day, a good day, and I will be back this evening at 5 o'clock. And I will read the next session from... Hey, Reggie! Ouch, you're hurting me. Whew. He wants face rubs. And he's just clawing me. Huh? Hey, all right, I'll go. Obviously, I have to go and do cat grooming for a bit. And then I'll do my poem and put that up and put the narwhal up. And then... Oh, yep, I've got the kitchen ready. I've got the kitchen done, so I don't need to worry about the kitchen. But I need to do the bedroom. I'll go do that. And I'll be back this evening at 5 o'clock to do Jack's story. Okay, thanks very much. Okay, see